Hi there, Daniel here again. Welcome to a second video series of our recommended workflows video series. And in the previous videos, I was able to share with you how you could utilize our topic discovery tool to build an effective topic cluster that could easily achieve topical authority. And that would be the first step of building any SEO campaign. Determine a topic cluster that you want to cover so you could achieve that expertise status in Google standard. Once you have all the topic and subtopic determined and the structure sort of built out, the next step for you would be starting your keyword research process. See, most people when they do SEO, when it comes to this stage, they would think that you have to do this in the beginning, but we don't think that's the right way. The right way would be first determine the topic and subtopic, build the skeleton of your SEO campaign. Then you start building out the details of each of the topic and subtopic, and you want to figure out all of the keywords that will live underneath that. So the purpose of these videos and the goal of this video I hope to achieve is that by the end of these videos, you will be able to be familiar yourself with a concept called Zen Matrix, which we developed ourselves during the time we were running our SEO content agency, and utilize that matrix to sort of categorize the keyword that you found in different orders that fit with different stage of your SEO campaign, beginning, execution, and ending. So all of that, the whole journey, you should be able to kind of determine which keyword list should fit with what stage and based on why. And that will be solved by our Zen Matrix, which I will go in more details later on. The second goal is I hope to explain for you the function golden filter. How did we utilize ON title in our research so we could really quickly determine which keyword would have high potential for you to rank, especially for people who have intermediate level of SEO. You already have some experience, and I'm sure you already kind of know about ON title as a search operator and how it helps you to determine how high or low the competition of each keyword. But today's videos, I will go a bit more in details of why it's so important for you to determine the competition level of the keyword and why it is so important to utilize the function golden filter in your research workflows. So that is the goal that we set out to achieve. And the next step is let's look at what you want to achieve and how you would do it manually. So not typically what you have to do when it comes to long tail keyword or keyword research in general is you actually have to go look for ideas either through different kind of tool set or different kind of or go directly to Google or other forums like Quora or Reddit, social media site, and so on and so forth. You want to look for all those long tail keywords, but there's no order really. There's no way for you to determine which long tail keyword is the right one for you, because some long tail keywords serve well as a converting keyword, but some long tail keyword just serve well as almost like a knowledge based keyword, and there's no proper system built out really, since the inception of SEO until now to kind of tell you properly, okay, this keyword fit with what stage, right? And what we came across is there's a long period of time where we'll suffer through this stage where we couldn't figure out exactly how we could properly have almost like this order into decide or build a system to determine which keyword worth pursuing. Until we start to work around or find out about ON title. Right? ON title essentially is a search operator that show you how many websites that contain the keyword you search in their title, right? And it's a very brilliant, almost a brilliant search operator. Why? Because it's kind of tell you, if you have a keyword, it kind of tell you how many websites actually know about the keyword. One, second, targeting that keyword intentionally, right? Because the first thing, if you want to target a certain keyword, is you will actually have that keyword in your title of the content that you write, right? So with that in mind, what we did is that we do this manual process, and each keyword we sort out, we will actually go into Google, we put the keyword in, and then we go all in title, search all in title, the keyword, and then we'll find out how many websites are there that contain this whole keyword in their title. And after a while of doing this, we realized that we can't really keep on doing this manually, because that would be impossible of a task. It's wastes so much time, wastes so much effort, and it does not have very good return on investment, right? And that's where we decide this method works so well, but the manual work is not worth it. So we decide to kind of create our own algorithm to figure out a way to kind of bulk check a mass amount of keyword all in title at once. And that's where we start to come up with a matrix that go against this. This is where it sparks the equation I was sharing with you earlier. You see, on the demand side, you could see very clearly the data, what it does indicate. For example, on the demand side, you have the demand represented by the keyword, and the search volume represent the high or low, indicator in terms of quantitative indicator of that demand. But has nothing like that on the supply end, and all in title serve exactly that. So with a keyword that have high all in title, it means that it's very high in supplier. It also means that it's very high in competition. Yet in the lower all in title amount, it means that not many websites know about the keyword, and it's also equal to the fact that it's a very low competing keyword. So in a sense, the low hanging fruit. So from that order, we are able to design a Zen matrix. And this matrix, what we did is that we built a graph in which the y-axis is represented by the all in title, and the x-axis is the search volume. And it divide, and this breakdown and divide into 4 area, right? 4 area, and the 4 area will be presented as below, and I will show you on the side here. So at its breakdown, as you can see here, it's breakdown to 4 different zones. And the first zone is the one on the top left of the graph. And as you can see, on the supply end, it's a very high all in title number. Yet on the demand end, it has very low amount of search volume. And this is where we call it a decay zone. A decay zone is where you contain all the keyword that already passed its prime. It's already a keyword that go on the other side of the hill. It's decaying. For example, PS5 in 2020, that was once a really hot keyword, and every single website tried to rush to rank for that keyword. Yet after 2020, PS5 no longer a hot thing, and it is now become a keyword that belong into decay zone. And you do not want to invest in this keyword, because this keyword will continue to decay until the point where it's still very hard to compete, because there's so many websites that get into that, but the search volume slowly decay over time and will no longer be relevant. So any amount of effort or investment putting in here will come to waste. Do not and avoid this zone at all costs. So that is the first zone. The second zone is what we call the mature zone. A mature zone is going to the top right of the corner, and in the mature zone you will see that it has very high suppliers and high all in title amount, and also but they also contain very high demand, which is high search volume. And in mature zone it's where it contains all of a very mature keyword. And mature keywords are the keyword that have a lot of demand, a lot of people searching for those, but also there's a lot of suppliers, there's a lot of websites that kind of targeting those. These are typically a 2 to 3 word length keyword, so they are shorter keyword, and a lot of people try to target. These are the keywords that are necessary to contain in your SEO campaign, but do not expect to get a return right away. This is the kind of keyword that you want to put in your content to show Google that you're confident with your knowledge and you know exactly what you're talking about. But of course, you don't expect to get ranked because the competition are very high. There's a lot of really good and strong websites that are ranking this keyword already. But it's a great keyword to form almost like a foundational of your content, and a foundational sort of phase of your content, and also very good for your long-term investment, right? So that's mature zone. It takes a bit more effort to build, but it's definitely worth it. Thirdly, is opportunity zone, and that's the bottom left of this graph. And as you can see, the opportunity zone is where all the keyword that has low ON title and low demand and low in search volume. And low in ON title means there's very few websites that targeting this keyword. And low search volume means it's a very low demand keyword. And it could very well be a new keyword. It means that a keyword have just appeared. Not many people know about it. Not a lot of website targeting it yet, but not a lot of people are searching for that keyword just yet as well. So these are what we call opportunity keyword, because these are all opportunity. You really should invest a pretty good amount, because it doesn't require a lot of effort if you target this kind of zone. Because once you target this kind of zone, typically you'll be able to sort of rank them very easy, but at the same time the return on search volume isn't as high. But if you put in enough effort to kind of cover the ground of this zone, you'll be able to cover a lot of different keywords, and it build up your trust, it build up your authority, and it also build up your opportunity when it comes to longer term investment as well. For example, there's keyword in opportunity zone typically will have a chance to move slowly into mature zone, right? Before it get to the decay stage, you will go into mature before it get to decay. So you have a lot of opportunity in this zone for longer term sort of investment. A great zone for newer website, but if you're intermediate, do not miss out on this, because if you already have resource, you already have the experience, this is a really good keyword zone that you want to target in. And finally, it will be Candyland zone. We call Candyland. Why? Because this is where is the zone that contain all the keywords that have very high search volume, yet it's at very low in ON title. What does that mean? It means that these are the keywords that a lot of people are searching for, but not many websites know about that keyword yet. It's hidden somewhere in between. And the funny thing is, in Google in 2017, they give out a report that 15% of the search every day are new searches that never existed before in their database. So amount of keyword that kind of get into this zone are quite a lot if we know how to look for. And this is where Zen Golden Filter really stand out. And only in Zen that you are able to just one click and you find out all the keyword that has sort of high search volume and low in supply or low in ON title. And very quickly you're able to kind of form right away where this keyword will belong to what zone, right? So so that would be the fourth zone of our Zen Matrix. So how you can utilize this? The way to utilize this is that if you use Zen, you use our golden filter, you click on it, and you could be able to filter out right away ON title of every single keyword that you have. And from there, you will be able to kind of forming them into different zone. And in each zone, it's going to fit with different sort of phase of your SEO campaign. And it's very important because not every SEO campaign require you to do extremely difficult keyword. You could just target very easy to rank low-hanging fruit keyword in the beginning and slowly move up the ladder, so that it didn't give you that fear that a failure, and that you can manage the expectation quite well when it comes to your SEO campaign. All right, so that's Zen Matrix. So we'll move up forward. Let's go into golden filter and how you can utilize golden filter in the zone. And the way we build that, we will actually show you actually in app. So let me get to the tool now, and I'll show you exactly how. As you can see in the previous steps, you already started with building a topic cluster that already contain your pillar page. And in the last example we built the pillar page with the keyword nutrition plan. And under that pillar page, you were able to determine some of the subtopics that go along, right? And so the goal here in these steps is to determine the keyword list you want under each of the subtopic and subtopic. So first, let's start with the topic, and that will be nutrition plan. And under this, I already have like two other subtopic that prepare here. One is inflammatory diet plan, and that's one of the subtopic that you want to target. And so, but let's start first with nutrition plan. And as I click on here, which we have, you can figure out how to use it using our library right over here. And as you pull down, I'm just gonna focus on the golden filter function and how you can utilize that to kind of figure out exactly what keyword you want to target in, right? And so there should be a button here that say golden filter activation, and so you click on it, you will activate the golden filter, and we'll deduct some credits from your keyword credits according to how many keywords that you have. And after that, we'll have a button that called golden score, and you click on this, and this is the golden score. Essentially is our own proprietary algorithm to build down so that we will be able to give out a certain scoring, a scoring system for each of the keyword. And the way we build this scoring system is that we want to be able to determine keyword with different potential values. For example, we run into a few problems. I just want to share with you real quick so you understand the mechanism. We run into a few problems, like for example, what is a keyword that has high value, right? When we were building this concept, and we realized that, okay, if a keyword that have very low ON title and high search volume, that's a great keyword. But what if the keyword that actually have low ON title and low search volume? That should be a bit lower of the scoring. What if a keyword that have high ON title and low search volume? Now that will be in the decay zone, right? And what are the keywords that have high ON title but also really high search volume? Now that will be a keyword that should belong into mature zone. And we have to figure out a system of scoring that could help you determine exactly the keyword that fit into different part of the matrix. And so we kind of build in our own algorithm and develop the scoring system. As you click on the scoring, there will be almost like this filter basis. And you can do in two ways. One is you can build by ranking probability. And ranking probability essentially is to filter just by ON title. You can either filter it here for quick, or you can click on here to filter ON title. And here is to show you how many the keyword ON title amount. Like for example, this keyword nutrition planner has 6,530 ON title amount, and that is very high. And so it will not belong to here. So this is from 1 to 100. Right, so all of the keywords that belong to here, for example, 1,809, those are all the keywords that have ON title below 10, right? So this is one way, and the way, and when you build like this, you will be able to look for all of the keywords that have low ON title, which mean that you have a good ranking probability. But you're gonna miss out on some of the keywords, for example, that have higher ON title, maybe above 100 or beyond 50, but it has also really high potential value. So you miss out on those keywords that have high potential in mature zone, right? So this may not be the best kind of probable filtering system for those who already have resources or experience in doing SEO. For example, if you guys are intermediate, I would recommend you start building by looking for potential values. So the way we build potential values is that we kind of have a recommended scoring base, and that is 1.618. Funny enough, this is the golden ratio. If you look it up, you'll know what it is. It's almost like one of those God number, a magic number that determine how things should look. And we decide that, okay, this is a great number to set as a golden scoring. And we recommend that any keyword above 1.618 is something that we don't recommend, but anything below 1.618 we should recommend. And this scoring will also apply, for example, keyword that in mature zone has very high ON title, but they actually have also really high search volume. So the return on investment is there, right? Even though you may have to kind of fight with a lot of competition, but it doesn't mean that you don't have any shot. So for example, if we take it into here and I click apply, and here you will be able to see, for example, there's keyword that has 88 ON title. So you have 88 websites that kind of targeting this keyword, that have this keyword in their title. You click on it, you'll be able to see here, right? 88 website, but the search volume is 1,300. So if you put in the effort, if you could be able to beat 88 of your competitors, you'll be able to kind of win the search volume. So that's the beauty of sort of like the golden scoring system. It took us a while to figure out, really. It's not easy. But so once you are able to have Zen Matrix and understand how it works and in the category that it has, you will be able to kind of reflect back to yourself and see that, okay, I am intermediate level. I already have a website. I have some established keyword, but I really have no clue what these keywords are, belong to which category, and when I should be attacking them, right? And so this would be a very good way. So you can start from looking at ON title that is lower, like for example keyword that has 0 ON title and search volume lower. This is what I call opportunity keywords. It has very low ON title but also low search volume. You can also look for keyword that have, let's say you can do a quick filter volume and you say minimum volume of 1000 and you click apply, and there it is. You'll be able to see keyword that protein diet plan for weight loss in 7 days, and it has volume of 1009, ON title 0, a really specific keyword, very highly targeting, and yet not many people really know about it yet. And look at it, how many people searching for this keyword, and yet not many competitors actually know about that and targeting them. So these are the keywords that belong to Candyland Zone. You see, from this filter you can play around with different things and eventually you come up with your own keyword list. And this is the process where you apply for your pillar page, which is your main seed keyword. Now you will once you determine your seed keyword, your plan, and okay, these are the keyword list I want to build for this stage. So for example, you want just all the opportunity keyword, right? And let's say you go in here and volume, let's say maximum, I want all the keyword that below 500. Applied, and as you can see here, 2000, maybe 500 is still quite high. Maybe I want it to be the 200. Right, low search volume, low ON title, so maximum, let's say I want 10 only, click apply, and here it is. We have a list of only 1000 keyword, and from here these are all the keyword that you could really targeting, and it's an opportunity keyword. See, it has a lot of this keyword, but the search volume is low. But look, if you really could rank all these keyword, look at the total amount of search volume you can cover. 60,000 search volume a month, not bad of a list of keyword. So my suggestion is figure out where you are in your SEO strategy, right? And play around with this filter, and you'll be able to form your own perfect keyword list that you want to target. If you're new, you just started out, focus on opportunity keyword, and maybe some of those Candyland keyword you see. And then if you already experienced, you may expand that and look for some of our more mature keyword that has harder sort of like competing value, but at the end of the day, you may be able to kind of get that return on your investment, right? And determine some of the very key and strong and difficult keyword that you want to kind of target, so you show Google that you are the expert in your field. So that it's what happened with the pillar page. Now you repeat this entire process with under each of your subtopic. So what I do, just simply go out, you look for the second one is inflammatory diet plan, same process. You have about 293 keywords only, so make it a lot easier. You click on golden score, potential values 1.618, you click applied, and here it is. You have 123 keywords. There's some keyword that's quite crazy like this. Imagine you write one article that has this keyword in title, you probably be able to rank right away, right? So this is the beauty of this filter, and you play around with this keyword. Let's say okay, this is not many, so I'm just gonna use all this keyword under this. So that's one subtopic. So pillar page, a list of keyword, 1,000 of them. Subtopic 1, maybe 200 of them. Subtopic 2, maybe 300 of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeating this process, and eventually you have this amazingly well structured, well built, extremely detailed topic cluster with keyword list attached to it. Now you go into the next stage. You not only cover the topic, you also cover all the keywords under each of the topic. It makes the variety of the range of your SEO campaign become a lot more diverse, a lot more more strength and structure in it. So you have to imagine this, when a Google bots go into your website, this is what they do. They go in there and they start checking all your sitemap. They go in through each of the internal linking that go from one to the other. Imagine if they go in there and they go through exactly this structure. They go to your pillar page. They go from your pillar page, you go to all the subtopic. From all the subtopic, they go to all the article. From all the article, they go from linking to article that relate to it to with each other's subtopic. They go one round. And as they go through, this is what they will come up with. This guy knows exactly what they're talking about. He knows about the content. He knows about the topics that need to cover. He knows about the keyword that need to cover. So he not only knows what I want, he also knows what the users need. And that's the most important point. So with that, the next logical step would be for you to start the grouping process. And that is the most painful process in the whole any SEO campaign. So essentially what it is you have to group keywords that have higher ranking probability together so that you could just write one piece of content that cover all those keywords, right? And this typically you have to do it by hand. You just have to look for similar attributes and then you can group them by hand. It's horrible. But in the next videos, I'll show you how you can utilize our topic cluster to find out how to group those keywords in just one click instead of taking days or hours. So I'll see you in the next videos, and that will be step 3 in our 5-step process. So I'll see you then.